And Rob, you want to go first on this? Most people probably know what's going on. Kyrie, about a week ago, 4 games ago, just decided, I'm not going to say it that way, but he called out of their game, the Nets game, let them know shortly before the game started that he wasn't going to play. And he's been out now for 4 games. He's missing his 4th straight game tonight against Denver for what's being called personal reasons. And over the weekend or Monday night, video surfaced of Kyrie at a party. It was his sister's 30th birthday party. He was, there. We don't know how many people exactly were there, but it looks from the video that there were definitely more than 15. And the NBA rule was you weren't supposed to gather with more than 15 people. And the thing is, Kyrie and many other people didn't have on masks. And so the NBA is investigating this.
Now remember and I'm just going to jump in real quick. People be careful, like you got to be careful about like not having a mask. You got to see what the circumstances are, because if you're eating, Chris, No. I'm just saying, like I was in Vegas because I get it on social media, right. And there was a picture of me and my business partner Tico and 3 other barbers, 5 of us. We posed for a picture, right? And people were like, "Wear your mask." Well, we just ate together, right. And it's only 5 of us. And we put our mask on right after we took the picture. It ain't like, you know what I mean? We're walking around maskless.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
When we're eating,
right? When you're eating, you can't have a mask on.
Right.
Right.
But these photos, the videos and the photos, looked like, he was standing behind his sister and he didn't have a mask. They weren't eating. And then there was a picture of him posed with some of his friends. One out of maybe, it was about 7 or 8 guys. One of them had on a mask, I believe. And then there's a photo of him dancing with his sister, and nobody has on masks. And it was looks like it was more than 15 people there. I know the place is right up the street from near where I live.
Have you been there?
I have not been there, but
you know where it is.
Yeah, I pass it all the time.
So what is it? Just a restaurant or a club? What is it, Chris?
It's a club. It's like a club.
Dinner
lounge,
club or
I think
lounge?
I mean, I think it's all of that. I mean, it looks really nice from the outside. It's called 466. It looks great from the outside, and the inside actually from the pictures. But I think it's like dance floor, nightclub, but also it looks like there's some dinner. I think it's a dinner club as well. Nice place though. Here's what I got to say, Rob. First of all, I want to say, our prayers are with Kyrie and really hoping that there's nothing going on. You know what I mean?
And nobody really knows.
Said,
and that's why it's good to start there, Chris.
Yeah, because if something's going on, you don't want to be critical of a guy like that. I don't think anything major's going on. I've obviously been snooping around, talked to some people. Reports came out. One report first came out that, he just didn't feel like playing. And obviously that's not good. And you hope that wasn't the case. Then later a report came out that, I don't know if it was first or second, but another report came out saying he was bothered by what went on in D.C. with the insurrection at the Capitol. Because I think it was the next day when he, decided he wasn't playing.
Which was traumatic for a lot of people watching that.
Right. From people I've talked to, that is the reason. That's the reason he's giving, is that, it was what went down in D.C. Now, so what I would say, Rob, and let me throw this out there first too. Even if he's traumatized by what happened in D.C., I don't expect him not to be at his sister's 30th birthday party. And his dad's birthday is the same, this week too. I don't expect him not to be there. Now, I will be critical. He should have had a mask on. Obviously, you got to watch the number of people that are there. So that was wrong. But I don't expect just because he's down about what happened in D.C. that he's not going to go to a family party. So I don't have an issue with that. But what I'll say is this. A lot of people in the country are bothered by what happened in D.C. A lot of most, Rob, if I can't say all because some have voiced their opinion, but the overwhelming majority of African Americans, Rob, are bothered by the incredible double standard.
Right. The treatment that those guys got.
Yes.
Who are terrorists, Chris.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen the video. There was a guy who was on a plane. They came and got him off the plane, said, "Sir, you're on the no-fly list." And the guy was belly aching about it, and he said, "They called me a terrorist." That's what you did, Chris. That's what they did when they stormed the Capitol. That's what terrorists do.
No doubt about it. And I've seen people compare,
domestic
the Black Lives Matter protests in the summer. Look, I'm not justifying burning down a Target or grocery store or whatever, but that's not comparable to the Capitol. It's just not. That when you burn down an official government building, you're darn near declaring war on that nation.
Right. It's treason.
Right. And one person, there's a video too, Rob, of a white guy being handcuffed. He's down on the ground. It looks like he's being handcuffed by the police. He says to him, "You treating me like I'm a black guy."
No, he does not.
He says that. There's a video out there. Yes. You're treating me like I'm a black guy. So everybody sees it. So my point is this, though. Most black people feel that way, but we still got to go to work. You and I still had to show up. We still, my wife still has to go, to the hospital. There are people with far less glamorous jobs than us, Rob, that still got to go to work, that are upset, but they still have to go. And so you have to work. And here's the difference. Some people might say, well, personal leave. I mean, what if Rob or Chris, you or someone else took a personal leave? Sports are different. You get 3 months off if you make the finals. Most teams get 4 or 5 months off. So that's your break. During the season, you got to be there. And Rob, and I know what James Harden, we all heard the stories about him. My goodness. I mean, I want you to be on time for the plane. I want you to practice. I want you to do the right things in the organization. But at the bare minimum, Rob, the bare minimum, you got to be at the game. I mean, if you don't do anything else, be at the game. And this is what Kyrie's not doing. This is not a good look. I'm going to give grace because obviously you don't know if something serious is going on. I don't think so. I haven't heard anything like that. But Rob, you got to show up to work. I don't know what the Nets are doing, but I hope they're not paying him for these games he's missing. He should be fine. And when he comes back, he's going to get, I can't imagine the NBA won't put him under quarantine. So he's going to miss probably another week because of that, because of the party.
No doubt about it. And it's just unprofessional. It is. And of course we pause because we don't know if there's anything else. Sometimes there's stuff going on, Chris, that people don't want the public to know about them or what they're going through. Depression, all kinds of other stuff, family matters. You don't know, so you got to be careful just to beat somebody up. But if there isn't anything serious, it's just unprofessional. And I don't get it, Chris. He got off to such a great – he's been playing great.
Well, his game has never been the issue.
No, he can play.
Yeah, the dude is phenomenal.
He's been balling. And this is the thing. I thought, finally, Chris, he's in a happy place.
Right.
He picked the Nets. He's at home. He's with the guy he admires, his close friend, and KD. They're in downtown Brooklyn. Like it's hip. It's happening.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, right? And I'm gonna be honest, right? And obviously, I said I love Kyrie's game. If the Rockets will take him, I would trade him for James Harden.
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't make.
I would do it, and I don't think KD. Yeah, look, obviously he's close with Kyrie. I'm sure he has some type of relationship with James Harden, a friendly relationship. But I'm not even asking KD. Like, you're locked up for the next 3 years. KD, we paid you a max salary last year, and you didn't even play. And we knew that was going to be the case. So we're doing what's best for this team. Harden is a better player. As great as Kyrie is, Harden is better. And I honestly, Rob, I don't know how I can count on Kyrie. Unless, like you said, unless there's something serious that's going to come out or that we don't know about, I can't count on him.
No, that's
he's the
fair.
leader of that team.
It's fair. It's fair, and you just don't know if the guy can work through it. It's when you see the team fully together and he's engaged and doing what he does, Chris. They look dynamite. They am I right? They look like they
look good.
Look
I mean,
dynamite.
they got to work through some stuff.
No,
but
I'm just
good.
saying.
Yes.
They look good.
They look good. Yeah.
So if you're the Nets
now, why wouldn't you trade him for Harden?
Harden, I don't know if his style and what he does really wins in the postseason. And I've seen Kyrie win. You can say whatever you want.
Well,
I've seen this guy.
LeBron James too.
No, but he also averaged.
Harden has. I mean, he hasn't won a championship, hasn't been to the finals, but he's had playoff success
that's
too.
fine. But he's also had a number of stinkers as well, Chris.
Yes,
and you got to admit when KD went down, they needed to win Game 6 to force a Game 7. They were in Houston. He had an awful game. I'm just saying, I'm not that high on Harden. I would keep now. Obviously, you got to be available, but I still would rather keep Kyrie.
Your turn to weigh in on the Kyrie Irving situation in Brooklyn. What are your thoughts? And I said I'd trade him for James Harden if the Rockets will take him. Where you on that?
All right, let's kick it off with Matthew in Winnipeg. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. One place I have not been to yet, but plan to get to Winnipeg. What's up?
What's up, guys? Love the show. I got a lot of respect for you guys. Seriously, funny.
Why is that?
Very funny, especially when you argue. When you argue, hilarious.
Thank you, man.
The argument
is not staged.
No, the arguments are hot and heavy. But the thing, Matt, and I think the difference is we both been down the same path. We have respect for each other. We both have done this for years. And we know each other. Like you could have an argument with your brother about sports or your friend. Yeah. Exactly. We've been friends for 25 years. So.
But what is this milk toast take that he's traumatized?
Maybe we weren't friends as early as Rob told. I thought.
Oh,
he didn't. Maybe Rob didn't like those first few years after we met.
That's right. You know it. All right, go ahead, Matthew.
What's your point?
Where are we going with this? He's traumatized. There's 500 other players who played all week. No problems, no issues. Yes, the contact tracing now, he has the breach, but I don't understand where you're coming with this. You think he's hurt and he's bothered. I think Kyrie's a delinquent. Look at the only place he's ever had structure is in Cleveland. And when he goes to Boston, it's a mess. When he goes to Brooklyn, it's a mess. He likes to have people eat up all his words. The earth is flat. What is this? You guys are just giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't get it.
Because we're not sure exactly what happened. And we said even if he's traumatized by DC, and I do feel like that's probably a strong word for what happened.
Right.
But he should be playing. Even if he is, he should be playing.
We both say
yes. We're just saying.
And as for the question, yes, I would do the trade.
Okay,
I would do the trade 100%.
All right, Matthew. We appreciate your support in Winnipeg. Thank you. Nick in South Carolina. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Nick?
What's up, guys? It's been so good to be back on. It's been a while.
You were banned. You know that. Your call was blocked, right? Your number.
I got robbed a few times, so. But I think this is absolutely unprofessional, man. Before the trade, I was actually against the Nets trading Kyrie. I'm not a fan of Kyrie, but I was against it because he was the reason KD came. But now, they got to trade for Harden, man. As Stephen A. said, he's throwing KD under the bus with his actions. I actually see Harden doing pretty good in Brooklyn. KD can thrive off the ball, and Harden can be a playmaking shooting guard. But one thing I do want to say is, all his actions these past 2 years are clearly showing. I mean, he was the bigger problem. So I just think saying no one wants to play with LeBron is a false notion created by Kyrie leaving. And it's been exhibited by his actions these past 2 years. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to say this. Obviously, around the league, there you can't find a person that around the league or maybe anywhere who says Kyrie isn't a tremendous player. But teams
if they said it, Chris, it would be a lie that he's not a great player. Right?
Exactly.
It would be a lie.
But teams wanted KD. And if they had to take Kyrie to get him, okay. But taking Kyrie on his own, a lot of teams wouldn't have done that. Not because he can't play, but just because of what he brings. And it's
he's got other things going on.
Yeah,
he's a different guy, and you got to understand that when you get it. This is unprofessional. Being different, walking to your own beat, Chris, I have no issues with. We talked about it over and over. That's not my issue. Not coming to work is a bigger problem. He wants to
be. Yeah,
exactly.
But you got because Rob, he played like 20 games last year. I know he was hurt, but he's been paid a lot of money by the Nets
and hasn't played
games
that much.
He hasn't played. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy in Tucson, Arizona. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jimmy?
Fellas, I love you guys so much. I took my aftermarket radio out to go back to the stock trash one because I didn't get AM on it.
What? Are you serious?
My man. We appreciate that, brother.
Jimmy, thank you.
That's commitment. And you know what? I disagree with so much of what you guys say, but that's why I tune in, because you show the other side, and you got to keep it real, right?
Right.
Yep.
That's right.
No
Dialogue.
doubt. No doubt.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cool.
But go ahead. What's your point?
All right, so Kyrie, I wanted to call in the other night about him. The guy in front of me trailed off, so I don't want to do the same thing. But Kyrie, he is legit. He's got it all, but I see that he's a shining star, and he's tarnished. And you look at it, and you want to say he's lost a step or he's lost something. I don't think he's lost something. I think he's lost everything. A lot of it he can get.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Hello? Nick?
Jimmy,
I'm sorry. Jimmy?
Wow.
We lost.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jimmy. We lost you. Go ahead. Finish your point.
You said Kyrie lost everything. We lost you.
Okay,
after
all right, so Kyrie's he's lost a step everywhere, and he's getting older, but that's not going to change. You're going to get older. He can't change that. What he can get back is he can get back his heart, he can get back his hustle, he can get back his drive. He's lost it. Something's off. Who knows what it is? Only him. But there's a lot of excuses. If I'm up to trade for him for Harden, I'm taking Harden right now in a heartbeat. He's the gem. Right. He's got it going on compared to the two. He doesn't have the problems. If Kyrie works it out, maybe it's a bad trade in the end. But right now, that's a good trade for my money.
All right, Jimmy, thank you.
Where I disagree, Rob, I don't think Kyrie's lost anything on the court.
No. Not as a player.
His only questions about Kyrie are his mind. What's going on,
right, mentally.
In his head. That's it.
Yep. Brandon in Dallas. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, B?
Hey, what's up? The International Odd Couple. How's it going tonight, fellas?
Man,
we
doing
are great, brother. We are global.
It is. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
people calling from
I'm impressed.
Monterey, Mexico, Winnipeg,
New Zealand,
Manitoba,
Australia.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. But about this Kyrie issue, guys, I've been a Rockets fan for almost 30 years now. So I hope it doesn't happen. But if I was the Nets, I'd trade Kyrie for Harden all day, every day. Kyrie, he's great on the court, but he has so much baggage. You don't know when he's going to be there because of personal reasons, when he's going to be hurt. And James Harden, the only thing you can argue that Kyrie might be a little bit more clutch, but James Harden is way more consistent. He comes with his own set of baggage, but it's way less than Kyrie.
Yeah, I would agree. And I got to be honest. Like I said, I know the GM in Houston loves Kyrie's game, but I don't know that they take him. One, you got all the baggage and the uncertainty. But two, you already got John Wall. Harden and Wall aren't the greatest match, but they match better than Kyrie and Wall, I think. So that's another thing that could be an obstacle there.